S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. I'll be back with you.
All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
53, Mike. I don't think you got it, son.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Brissett, and the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. A first down throw for Brissett. He completes it to Boyd. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many runs in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards.
That's good for Browns.
No.
Real. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Alert! Pistol.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. DJ Chark with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
In your face.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. White's got a first down and more. The 40, 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. James White, his fourth touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. Where he stands right now, as you see, already over 1,000. You have to think 2,000 is a real possibility. Long way to go in the season, but what he's done so far, spectacular.
It is, and you know what he's also hoping for? He's going to play a lot of man coverage from here on out, because one of the best ways to slow down production is to go to zone and double, triple team, put a number of people in the area that you expect him to run into. But man-to-man, every receiver believes he's going to win that battle. And, you know, they all do. They all keep kind of a book, you know, on what the defenders do, what their moves are, their best things. But he wants to be able to refer to that book and beat one guy at a time.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there. And it's second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. Flush to his right. He finds Beckham complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. And again, it's Mayfield. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. First down, Mayfield. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The throw over the middle taken in. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dan Arnold with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On second and 11 now. Brissett nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. It's third and long for Brissett. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Mack Wilson providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
To throw on second and 6, Mayfield. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. Nifty running by Beckham. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Mayfield looks to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Brissett. And that will be incomplete.
It's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Bengals grab it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack on 1st down, Brissett, and the catch good. It's Eifert. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Brissett. And Eifert has it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now Zerline on and the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a Bengals score. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
A big play that time out of Chubb. 48 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. From the 22, Mayfield, and he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw, Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now Brissett, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Brissett now on 2nd down. He's going to loft one. Deep left. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And again, it's Chubb. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Let's go, baby.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And it's caught. Beckham. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Now White. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Brissett in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now with Gibb, running right is Anderson. And he works free. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the 38, Brissett toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Browns to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. And quickly they get to the line. They run again on first down, Chubb. There he goes, left side. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. He's turning in a heck of a game. He's creeping up towards 200 yards, a pair of touchdowns now to go along with it.
There's so many things we can talk about in his game because we're seeing it all from him. But I love his vision. He's seeing the holes develop. He's seeing holes develop before they actually open. He's making sure he's getting to the right places, very decisive in his cuts, but his vision has been the key to all these big runs in this game.
And on that last long run, we got a pretty good look at his speed as well. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Bengals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Bissett. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28, so a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They begin this drive with Chubb. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He chucks him aside.
Dumped him.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Chubb. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Now Mayfield. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train is just keep rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going, but it's not just their own confidence.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Here we go, D. All day.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put